Hey guys, so I'm Krisha. I'm a divine channeler, which means I channel divine messages. Um, I do Akashic and tarot readings, and this message that has come up is specifically for twin flames, and these are very powerful cards. They look at life beyond this realm, and they look at a deeper purpose in a lot of things. So I feel like some of the messages here might be coded. I feel like I've received messages for 3 waves of twin flames, so you can see which one relates to you. It might even be that for some of you, you may relate to more than one wave, you may relate to more than one message, or even all the messages. So see where you are right now, how things relate to you, what connects you with yourself. Even if you're not a twin flame, there might be some messages here for you if you are on a spiritual journey. If you're on a spiritual journey, it means that you're making that, the strides that twin flames make in the outer world within yourself, because we all have a divine feminine and a masculine energy within us. So, yeah, there's so much more. What I'm seeing is the first wave of twin flames is going through multiple illusions. I'll be honest, there is a card, but I'm reading the image here. There are a lot of messages here. You are going through multiple illusions. You are expanding your vision. You are expanding, some sort of expansion is happening within your third eye. You are going to see multiple options, multiple things going on with you. Some incidents might happen that trigger you to think about multiple realities. It's kind of like thinking, now that this incident has happened with me, I feel a bit triggered and I feel what else could happen. Oh my god, what if what if this happens? What if I don't end up with my person? What if I don't end up with my twin flame? What if the separation goes on? What is the purpose of this separation? Have we always been separated? All these multiple questions, they are actually a doorway to multiple realities. So that is what is happening. One confirmation here, though, is these words at the bottom: you are aligned with your purpose. All of this is happening for a reason. All the questions that you're going through, all the questions that you're asking yourself in your head, all the questions that are coming your way, you might not ask these questions, but from your environment, they will come your way. Um, because questions are the way to figure out what you want, where you want to go. I don't know if that's the first stage, but it's definitely in the initial stages. Until you question something, you're just following what you've been told blindly. So when you question something, that's when you're actually growing. And this bit I feel like will relate to a lot of people who are on a spiritual journey, who are about to discover something new and really big. This is beyond yourself. If you're still here watching something, and I've already mentioned twin flame so many times, and you're not a twin flame, you have something really big to discover about yourself. I mean, twin flames definitely do. It's about the contribution that they hold for the world around them. There's a lot of grid work going on here. But yeah, I'm seeing an access to multiple realms. What I'm seeing here is you need to break through illusion with these questions and these answers. Work on your expansion. Try to understand where you are right now. A lot of you are at some sort of crossroads. You're not really sure what's happening, why it's happening. Please understand that there is no wrong path. There are multiple paths to reach the divine energy. And there is a higher self of you, a higher version of you in some dimension, some realm that is guiding you. Connect with yourself. Don't be desperate in trying to get these answers. Don't be like, well, maybe this, when you really want to do something, you do have this sort of desperate energy, I suppose, but trust the process. When you really want something as well, just trust the process. Don't hesitate. Don't stop at the initial stages. When you see a hurdle, no, I don't want to do this. What is this? Oh, okay, I didn't expect this. I thought, a lot of people think and believe, and to be honest, I did as well, that anyone who is spiritual, like the rishis that we used to see back in the day, they're so peaceful, they're in a different state of mind, they can do all these things, they have supernatural powers. They've just done a lot of meditation, concentration, and they've reached this place. No, it is all about inner work. sign. So there was a show that I watched, and I feel like this is relevant. This came up to me recently on Gautam Buddha and his story. And I think I watched it on YouTube. And there was a point where he's trying to reach enlightenment and he's trying to find a way. And he's like, how do I get there and what's going on? And there was a time when he meditated and he fought all his inner demons, all of the greed, lust, all those things. Really try to understand what it means. A lot of these feelings and emotions, they are beyond our understanding, and that's why they are not. We don't have words for them in a language. It's That's also why we have multiple languages that are beyond this world, and multiple frequencies and multiple ways of communication. That's also why angels communicate with us through coded messages and through numbers and things like that, because there's so much more than this language that we're speaking right now. And yeah, there's a lot going on. So whatever you're going through right now, um you're going towards something big. Trust this plan. Surrender to what is happening around you. Surrender does not mean do nothing. Surrender means keep going while you have faith in knowing that your higher self will guide you towards it and you are working things out. Now I've pulled a card for the second wave, Stargate Heart, Heart Chakra opening, unlocking, generosity. This is the true spirit of being a twin flame, and not just a twin flame, being a true human, not even human, like a soul. This this is the main thing. The green energy, the divine, like unconditional love. I really feel like that is the source of all creation. You know, love is a very high frequency, very, very high frequency, the highest of all, maybe. And if love exists, you will enter higher states of consciousness. Again, one more story is coming to me. There's I mean, I don't know this word to word, but it's kind of there, and I feel like sharing it. So Sri Krishna, this is, you know, a story where he and I think it was a friend or a cousin, Uddhav, he has, it is said that he had all the qualities that Sri Krishna had. You know, when you look at him, some people even thought that he was, you know, from a distance, they're like, oh, is that Sri Krishna? Oh, no, wait, that's Uddhav. So that's the kind of, you know, similarities that they had. But one difference was that Sri Krishna indulged in love, in understanding love and truly understanding what it means to love unconditionally. Look at the glow. There is so much more depth in love than we believe, than what we have been shown in movies and even in poems. You know, there's a lot of coded messages. There's love in every single thing, in every single atom, in every single creation. But going back to the story, Uddhav went to Vrindavan to experience love, and he tried to understand, and you know, loads of things happened. Again, like I said, the story just came to me, and maybe this is how much I was supposed to mention related to this second wave. But if you relate to this message, if you are trying to understand love, what this means is, if this message is confusing to you, you might be at a place where you are not ready to fully accept yourself, your flaws, your imperfections, your perfections, all of that. Second thing is, you might be at a stage where you have some misconceptions about self love. Okay, there's self love. We think self love is going to the spa, looking after ourselves, believing in ourselves. Yes, it is that. Those are outer reflections of self love. Self love on the inside also means forgiveness, not having any, you know, understanding, making peace with everything that has happened, not holding the guilt or the grief that comes on, you know, with certain situations. It's letting go. Forgiveness is the understanding to achieving higher consciousness of love. And I don't know where this information is coming from, but yeah, I hope it's making sense to someone out there. um yeah, because I feel like somewhere someone needs it. And opening yourself up to loving someone, especially if you're a twin flame or a high level soulmate, or you know what, even if you love a plant, even that can be unconditional love. So for your parents, anyone, this applies to anyone, because unconditional love is not just between divine feminine, divine masculine. It's for yourself, first of all. First of all, it's for yourself. So when you love yourself, you automatically love everyone else around you as well, because love does not allow ego to exist. And if an ego exists, then you think that you are different from everyone. You are separate from everyone, and you love yourself and other people don't love themselves. Or it's I'm trying to explain this in the right way. um but yeah, once you understand that you also exist in everything, you begin loving everything else with that same frequency as well. So that is the message for you right now. This is a thought-provoking message. This is not a complete solution, because this is something that has to be felt. I really suggest that if this message has confused you rather than giving you solutions, you need to journal, you need to do inner work, you need to understand things on a deeper level, to accept yourself, accept your twin flame, or accept all other sources of love around you, because that is where the divine resides. So there's a lot here for this second wave um, that's going on. So please do journal. Please do explore it more. There is so much more going on here. A lot of divine messages. The third wave now, you are being guided very divinely towards a sacred version of yourself. You're being divided very kindly, very divinely towards a sacred version of yourself. Some of you right now are star seeds. In some lifetime, you've had a very high level of consciousness. Um, this message is here to remind you that you still have that consciousness. You just need to access it. You just need to tap into it. You just need to clear the fog, the illusions of this Kali Yuga era, all the illusions that have been created within this timeline around you, within the 3D world around you. Clear them up and access your true self, because who you are is the answer to who you want to be. I don't know how that makes sense, but I don't know, a lot of messages that I'm saying are actually making sense to me, but I'm not able to word them in a way that everyone can understand. So I don't think this video is meant for everyone, but it will make sense to you if this video is meant for you. There is a lot of, some of you are realizing a very divine part of yourself. Some of you are realizing that you are more than what we see, what we believe. Your potential is much greater than what you have been led to believe so far. You could be so much more than what you have been told. There's a lot of limitations that have been placed upon us, a lot of barriers that we don't even realize exist. This is to do with the divine feminine energy that is rising in the collective right now, in the world right now, because the divine feminine energy is the energy of creation, of creativity as well, Creativity can be anything from, finger painting to dancing to singing. But why is creativity so divine? It's a gateway to something that is unbelievable, that is something so beyond ourselves. And to believe that, we need imagination. I always wondered why imagination had such a big importance in spirituality, why creativity had such a big influence in spirituality. I know that a lot of us feel really good when we create something, when we're painting something, when we're dancing, singing, cooking, anything. And I do feel like it's a gateway to our soul. We're getting in touch with our real self. That's why creativity feels so good. Even though a lot of us do it because we're not really getting paid for anything, we just do it because it feels good. So that's a very tiny fraction of how things can feel and how things really are and what you need to go towards. Don't limit yourself in trying to understand who you really are. There are no limits. The only limits that exist are the limits that you create for yourself. Yeah. There's a lot of purification that is going on for you as well. And this is leading you towards the real version of yourself, because this is actually the first card that I flipped for this third wave. And like I said, a lot of you may you've either moved through this journey, or you may relate to more than one aspect, or you relate to all of them but strongly to one aspect. There's a lot of multiple messages in this reading, so please pick what really resonates with you. Some of you need to do journaling, some of you need to sing, some of you need to just dance freely. Just yesterday, I picked out, where are they? My gungroos. I picked out my gungroos, and I was so happy. I didn't realize this part of me was lost. I haven't danced for years, by the way. But I held them in my hand and I just meditated with them. I grounded with them. At the end, I was just, a part of me was, I literally held them in my hand and I kissed them. Yeah, I know. But there's something right now that's going on about self-expression. Our throat chakra is a bigger gift than we believe. Not just a gift, but I mean, I know we all have it, but the expansion of this can be so divine and so liberating. Um, that is what we need to access. And there's a lot of things that we need to consider that are going on within our inner world, that when we make the relation, we realize how everything really mirrors everything on the outside. Realizing and acknowledging the mirrors are a way of understanding who we really are, what we need to do. It's a higher self showing our path to our enlightenment, to the enlightenment that we want to achieve in this lifetime for our soul, beyond whatever it is. It's us guiding ourselves. And how do we do that? That is the code to figuring out what we need to do, you know? There are so many clues that the universe gives us. There are clues that our angels give us, before we reach that stage where we realize it's us. It's us. We're trying to figure out who we are, what we do. And there's a lot of purification happening, for some of you right now. Some of the blockages that may not even have been created by yourself, I feel like for some of you, they are about to get cleared away. A lot of triggers will come up. How you deal with these triggers is really up to you. You can love them or you can get freaked out by them. That's why we come to the loving energy. And that's why this comes before the next part, is because once we learn to accept that these triggers are temporary, if we allow them to be, that's when we can overcome them. Our reality is really what we make it right now, like a penny drop. How do we want to do it? Do we want to do it in stages? Do we want to do it quickly? Everyone has a different journey. Everyone has decided for different things themselves. And that is why I feel like the truth is one, but everyone's way of accessing the truth is slightly different. So depends on what you have chosen for yourself, what you want to do. And yeah, just keep going. I'm going to put out one final card. I don't know why. Okay, beautiful card. Star gathering, stars aligned, remembering home, soul family. I'm getting the message here that someone out there, or maybe more than someone out there, I feel like a lot of us need to see and understand that it's trust your soul to recognize the right people who are your soul family, and work in collaboration towards discovering something that is really sacred, because we are all manifestations of the divine, and understanding that is a big gift in itself. And look at the next card that came up. This is the first time I've had this card, by the way, in this deck. Halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. I feel like some of you are literally walking through this right now. There's a lot that is going on in the collective, and it is all very divinely guided. If you've come through and you're still watching this video and you're not bored, I think a lot of coded messages are being delivered. A lot of information is being exchanged. A lot of things are happening. Protect your energy, cleanse your energy regularly, cleanse your aura. Some of you might need to work on some sort of auric cleansing. some sort of purification, maybe even cord cutting for some of you. A lot of things need to happen so that there are no blockages in you discovering your full potential. But yeah, that's a very specific message for some of you. So yeah, please go ahead with that. Connect with yourself, and I'm really excited to see this card, to be honest. This is very, very, very divine. It's a confirmation for me as well that this message seems very coded, but I think this was supposed to happen. This was supposed to be delivered. I don't know who's going to see this, but if you resonate or if you have any questions, please do post them in the comments. I feel like discussion is the way to expansion. Just like we said at the start, questions are the way forward. Questions and discussions with yourself and with other people are the way to enlightenment. You know, again, I'm sharing so many stories. So I remembered when I went to Dharamshala for the first time, I saw in the monastery where, like, Dalai Lama's monastery, I'm not sure what the name is, I forgot, but there was a monastery and there were these monks, these little teenage monks, and they're sort of saying something in a different language which I didn't understand, but they clap, and then they clap their own hands, but then they say something to each other, and that's dialogue, discussion, questioning things. I found that really beautiful, because that, doing that at that age, allowing them to question things, allowing all of us to question things and be free about it and not follow anything blindly, is such a beautiful concept. So keep doing that with yourself. If you haven't seen it before, oops, low battery. If you haven't seen it before, Google it, see how they do it, if you're interested. And I think you'll find it really cool, because that's exactly what we need to do with ourselves. Clap our hands, ask a question, clap our hands, ask another question, talk about the answers, give challenging views to the other person. Think about that. And I feel like that is where your soul family comes in. So this is a very beautiful journey that you're on. Discovering your true self is not a lonely place. It can seem lonely. If you feel lonely, you're not there yet. This is a very wholesome place, because you're going to feel one with the whole universe. And how can that be lonely? So, yeah, if you resonated with this, or if you have any questions, or if you just like this video, like it, but please do comment and let me know how you felt about it. And yeah, drop a comment and say lotus. Lotus, to claim the reading, to claim the positive vibes that are coming your way, and to claim the energy of exploring yourself more in the true spirit of what the divine has to offer us. There is a lot, a lot, a lot that is coming forward. So be prepared for all the divine gifts, for all the liberation. Yeah, just there's so much coming forward. So please be in that energy, enjoy what is coming. And I know some of us are being very triggered right now, and it's a hard, hard, hard journey, but it's all about perception. It's all about where you want to be. You can create your own reality. So yeah, like, subscribe, please do comment saying lotus or your questions or anything. I would love to know how you guys felt after hearing this message. So yeah, I know whether to do more of these. Thank you so much.